Okay, so if you did not see my video, how to increase your feminine power, go back and watch it, or watch it after this video is over. I will tag it so you guys can click on it. But I asked you guys if you wanted me to do a part 2 and you said yes. So here's part 2 to that video. How to increase your feminine power, okay? We all know, if you're tapped in, if you're spiritual, whatever, if you're really, really tapped in right now, you understand that feminine energy is really making a comeback, and we as a collective of feminines are reclaiming our power and taking our rightful place. Okay, yes, we're doing it collectively, but as an individual, here is more tips on what you can do to make sure that you are keeping that energy thriving. Okay, so number one, I would say rest. All right, I have recently found out, as well as other women, that women need more rest than men. Okay, we need way more rest than a man does. And part of the reason why we need more rest is because for those of us who are of age to have cycles, we go through like 4 different cycles a month. Like there's only like 2 or 3 days out the month. Excuse me. There are only 2 or 3 days out the month where a woman is like stable and normal and like neutralized. All the other days of the month, those 28 to like sometimes 31 days for some of y'all of your cycle, you are experiencing so many different feelings and emotions and like sensations, and just it's a lot. Like you're going through so many different stages that a man does not go through. So rest, find time to rest. That is extremely important to nurture and increase your feminine power and energy, because masculine energy is like go, 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 hustle, 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 grind, 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 grind. Feminine energy is like, I don't have to hustle and bustle and go and grind, because I don't chase, I attract. I could rest and I'm attracting what I want in my life. And for some of you, if you haven't noticed, which is why I tell y'all to study yourselves and pay attention to yourself, make yourself your biggest project. For some of you, if you notice, the less you do, the more you receive, okay? Sometimes it's not time for you to grind. That does not mean that if you feel that energy and that need to like work hard and grind or whatever, because that happens, that doesn't mean that you're less feminine. It just means that's what you're responding to, what your body is telling you to do and how you're feeling, okay? But you don't want to work yourself to a burnout. Feminines don't have to do that. We just show up. We just show up and things just happen because we have aligned ourselves with that energy and we are vibrating at that level, okay? Take time to rest and chill and relax. Just chill. Try your best to turn your mind off. I know a lot of us have anxiety. We got to work through that. We can't just accept anxiety for what it is and be defeated, okay? We have to find our ways to work through that. So find that time to rest and chill and just like be at zen and relax, and don't worry about whatever problems are coming tomorrow or whatever it is that you have to do that you feel is so important. Sometimes you resting will help figure everything out. Sometimes you just need a nap, babe. So take your naps and make sure that you are working your schedule in a way where you are getting at least 8 hours of sleep. Try your best to do that because you need it, all right? And that kind of goes into my next point, which would be number 2, self-care. Self-care is very important. I'm huge on self-care. I do not play about it. It's something I make a part of my daily, weekly, monthly life. There are things I do daily for self-care. There's things I do weekly and monthly. You got to find time for self-care, okay? So I've said this in a video before, a long time ago, but taking bubble baths with like Epsom salt or Himalayan salt, and lighting candles and putting oils in your bath and herbs and whatever else you want to put in there so it smells really, really nice, playing some soft music, that's also a part of rest, but it's also a part of self-care, because that's very, very good for your skin. It's very good for your mind, good for your soul, but it's also good for your energy itself, because if you do some research on like pink Himalayan salt and certain oils, those oils are very beneficial for different things. You'll just have to research those different oils that you choose to use and how they may benefit you spiritually. Okay, so self-care, honey. Self-care could be you going to Target or Sephora or Ulta and re-upping on your beauty products. Self-care could be you going to go get a massage, or you getting your nails done and your toes done. And I know everybody feels different about like maintenance, because honestly, I'm not the type of person who really sees like getting my hair and nails and toes done as self-care. I consider that maintenance because I hate doing those things. I hate getting my nails and toes done. Like, I love having them done, but I hate the process of it. So that could be considered maintenance for you. It just depends on the type of person that you are. But either way, you know, when you're getting your toes done and they're massaging you and they're scrubbing you and they're putting on the lotion and the oil, that feels really good, okay? So it can still be self-care. It just depends on the person. So find those things that you do. Another big thing for me for self-care would be skincare. I don't play by my skin, okay? So I have my daily skin routine. There's things I do weekly and monthly to take care of my skin. To me, that's self-care. I don't consider that maintenance. I think that's really fun. I love skincare. I just love taking care of myself and pampering myself in whatever way I choose to. That's a part of self-care for me. Journaling is part of self-care. Reading is part of self-care, because self-care is not just about beauty. It's also about your mental, okay? You don't want to be out here calling yourself a baddie if you are beautiful on the outside, but on the inside, mentally, you're not okay, all right? You need to have both. Whatever you do for self-care, you can figure that out. Pinterest is always really good for tips on that. So utilize Pinterest as much as you possibly can. That is like a girl's best friend, all right? So the next thing I would say when it comes to increasing feminine power that I don't think I said in the last video is your intuition. Women are highly intuitive naturally, but there are some women out here who are more intuitive than other women. And there's a reason for that. It has to do with what you put in your body, who you surround yourself with, how much time you spend alone, how much time that you spend meditating, and there's multiple different types of meditation. All those things come into play when it comes to women who are more intuitive than others, all right? So how I make sure I keep my intuition strong, my third eye open, my discernment popping, whatever, I make sure that I meditate. I meditate as much as possible. I know you guys have told me it's hard to meditate. It's hard to be disciplined with that. One, change your mindset. Don't say it's hard. You could say, instead of saying it's hard to meditate, you could say, I'm so happy I get to meditate. I'm so happy that I get to take the time to ground my energy, all right? Just understand, when you're a newbie at meditation, it's not going to be perfect, all right? But the more you do it, the more you practice, the better you will get. It's about grounding your energy. Excuse me. It's about grounding your energy and centering yourself, all right? You want to go within. That's what meditation, at least to me, is about. We're walking around in the 3D physical realm. It's a lot of illusions and delusions out here. But when you meditate, it's like you go within and you're grounding and you're centered, all right? You're feeling your own energy versus the energy coming off your phone or your TV or your neighbor or your mom or your significant other. And you're surrounding yourself around all these different people, especially for my empaths. You're picking up on a lot of energy. Meditation helps you pick up on your own, which also goes in with you increasing your intuition, which is very important, especially for my feminines, all right? We got to keep our intuition strong, all right? That's our gift to this world, our natural God-given gifts of being intuitive, all right? So I always keep meditations in the description box. Sometimes I'll repost them in the community tab. I haven't done it in a while, but I will start back doing it. You can literally meditate for 5 minutes, okay? And I mean like the meditation that is either guided or you listen to like sound bowls or meditation music. You can do it for 5 minutes. You are not about to sit here and tell me you don't have 5 minutes in your day to meditate. The best time to meditate, y'all, is first thing in the morning when you open your eyes and you're still feeling kind of sleepy and you're still like in between dream world and physical world. That's the best time to meditate, or right before you go to bed when you're starting to feel sleepy. You have 5 minutes. You just need to find them. So maybe instead of spending all this time on TikTok and scrolling on your phone before you go to bed, you can either meditate or you can read, but you can spend 5, 10, 20 minutes doing a meditation. Go on YouTube and look up 5-minute guided meditation, 10-minute guided meditation, 20-minute guided meditation. Keep doing those until you get to the point where you're tired of hearing the other person's voice and you just want to listen to the music. That's how you know you kind of graduated from the guided and you really want to move into just hearing your own inner voice, okay? Meditate, meditate, meditate. Keep your intuition strong, y'all, okay? That's so important to increase your feminine power, because intuition and wisdom is feminine energy. So that pretty much brings me to my very last point. Since I mentioned wisdom, wisdom is a feminine gift that was given by God. But like I said, you don't want to be out here calling yourself a baddie and you beautiful on the outside, but it's nothing going on in your head, okay? Wisdom is extremely important for anybody, but for my feminines, read books, okay? Read books, read articles, read blogs. They're so fun. There's so many different ones out here in the world. I have a blog. I haven't written on it in a really long time, y'all, but I promise I will get back into that mode. I just kind of had like a little writer's block for a second. I'm going to get back into my mode of posting on my blog. So you can go on there, you can follow it so you can get alerts when I do posts. It doesn't have to just be like science fiction and philosophy and esoteric knowledge. Like, yeah, that's the wisdom part. You're gaining information. Do those, but also read fiction books. Read books that are fun. Reading in itself is just good for your mind. And a lot of people nowadays do not read, which is why their attention spans are shot, okay? I even went through my time where I'm like, you better get to the point or I'm clicking off this video, okay? So I had to actually do things to make sure that I kept my attention span together, because you don't want to be, it's not good to have an extremely short attention span like you're a child or a dog or something. Like, read things. Like I said, it doesn't have to be educational all the time. You don't got to read the self-help books all the time. You can read the fiction and the nonfiction books. So you can read autobiographies. You can listen to books on Audible. If I have an Audible link, I'll give y'all one. I love Audible because they send me credits every month to buy books for free. You get 1 credit a month if you were signed up for this subscription. No, this is not promotion. This is just free information. But read, okay? Learn new things. Learn a new language. Learn a new skill. Like, do things that is increasing your knowledge and your wisdom, okay? Because we all know knowledge is power. I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory, so I'm not going to go too much into that. If you have questions, you can leave them down below. I hope you guys enjoyed part 2 of this video, and it was informative just like the first one. And if you are not subscribed, what are you doing?